Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to the videos. The paid request. It's time for Edward. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, PayPal is usually the best bet, or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for South Park Season 21, Episode 6, which is their Halloween episode about the witch hunt. Now, I'll be honest, as I was watching this, I kind of didn't get what they were referencing, but looking up some info, apparently this is when Harvey Weinstein, that whole scandal happened, and the witch hunt is Randy, Stan's dad, and a group of guys. During Halloween season, they have a witch party throughout the week, as they call it the Jack and Crack Witch Week. They get some Jack Daniels, they get some crack, and they have fun. Meanwhile, Cartman is getting more and more mad about Heidi. I thought this was kind of funny, where she's always taking forever to get dressed, forever to get ready, and Cartman is getting more and more agitated because it's like this pumpkin patch event. As you see on his face, he's getting more and more agitated. He's like trying to be nice and trying to be kind, but he's getting even more. And they even take the picture where he like smiles for a second, then goes back to being mad and angry. But anyway, you go back to Randy and his crew. One of them becomes an actual witch. And because he's been an actual witch taking kids, now people are angry at all the witches. And Randy's like, well, we get a bunch of shit for being witches. But I'm not like that. We're not like that. So I guess it's like people being angry, being upset about Harvey Weinstein and what he did, understandably so, and then other people going, well, that's not me either. That's not like me. And yeah, it's like, well, no one's saying it is you. Or, but at the same time, because South Park, I don't, didn't really seem like it was picking any sides. So at the same time, it's like I don't really get what it's trying to say at the end of the day about it. The running joke is they don't want to say a witch hunt. And I'm like, okay, well, Harvey Weinstein did do what he was accused of. And there's a lot of sickos in Hollywood that probably did do that kind of stuff. So I don't know why Trey Parker Batstone would not go harder on that. I mean, considering how hard they go on some celebrities, like Kanye West in the early stages, or like some of these other celebrities, Tom Cruise, you think they would have gone a lot harder and a lot harsher on this stuff. But I don't know, it just seemed like they were playing with kid gloves. I don't really know why. I don't really get why. Mr. Garrison, he's still the president. One bit I did like is, Butters saying, so did you build that wall? And Garrison's like, don't be a dip, Butters. You just trying to shit on my Halloween? Is that what you're doing? Now, of course, it's like a little jab at Trump, but thankfully not gargantuan amount of that because everybody else was doing it, so it just seemed more like an old hat, even at that point. But I guess what Parker and Stone were trying to say about how a lot of men are like witches and everyone's comparing us to you. Oh, there's another witch flying down, and it's Mr. Garrison, aka Trump, in a plane going down. I guess like many people do stuff to women, or they're somewhat sexist to women. But then Harvey Weinstein's the one that got caught, and like I said, I know a lot of people liked this episode. They thought it was hilarious. To me, it seems like a lot of times they're much more just blunt in response to stuff like this. Where again, they would just say Kanye West. They would just say Tom Cruise. They would say these celebrities' names and Ben Affleck and all this other stuff. Like when Ben Affleck was in love with Carbon's mouth and made it seem like it was J Lo, and it's like, okay, you just saying the names right, like here. Why don't you just say Harvey Weinstein? Why don't you just say all that stuff there? Or maybe it's if it's not Harvey Weinstein, it's about the alt right, whatever the case would be. Again, I think nowadays some people might know what now. If you watch this nowadays, some people might not know what the hell it is until you look it up. Oh, that's what it was about. But I don't know, I just thought if considering how they usually do this kind of stuff, it just felt a bit tame when they usually use like a blunt sledgehammer on it. Uh, Kyle and Stan, and they don't really have much to do. Kenny, I don't remember even him being in the episode. Cartman, there's some entertaining bits where he's trying to get rid of Heidi, and he's so glad when Heidi gets taken by the witch. But then when Heidi gets out of the bag, she takes forever to get out of the witch's bag, and Cartman goes, "It won't take a while." Like, that was kind of funny. I also did like the bit when Mr. Garrison is talking to the actual witch. "You don't have any power?" And Mr. Garrison says, like, "Oh, I don't, huh? Take the shot." And they fire like a laser from a satellite and incinerates the witch just like that. I mean, it would not be my favorite Halloween. I would say the Halloween episode where the kids were dressed up as Avengers characters, I would say I enjoyed that more. Some of the earlier seasons when they dealt with Halloween, I got a bit more chuckles out of that. Here, again, it's, we don't talk about Harvey Weinstein, but we're not actually going to say the word Harvey Weinstein, but the witch maybe kind of sort of looks like Harvey Weinstein, and we don't say it's a witch hunt, because there's going to be some guys who are sexist, "Oh, Harvey Weinstein's doing fine," like, or, "Oh, it's this witch hunt, you know, he didn't really do that." But it seems like they would just be much more straightforward. Like I say, if people love it, that's fine. There are just other Halloween episodes I liked a lot more than this one. So, I wasn't big on it. Also, I'm not big on Randy as a character. I like Butters to deal with Cartman. I don't mind Kenny. Kyle and Stan, I don't mind. But Randy, never been big on. For what I understand, there's a lot more Randy because the South Park guys love Randy. And they also like Butters too, and I thought he got one of the bigger laughs from me out of this episode, but I didn't. Take that for what you will. Yeah, I know a lot of people like the episode. It just, for me, wasn't humongously big on it. And again, this part was like, well, what's it trying to say? Is it trying to say that okay, so the guy was a witch and he got killed. So you say, okay, as if Harvey Weinstein is a witch. But then is it to the people who are complaining about the witch hunt? Is it people who are in the same boat as Harvey Weinstein but they haven't been caught yet? Is it the people who are opposing Harvey Weinstein, defending Harvey Weinstein? People come in the woodwork and going, "Yes, him, he's the one." And then going, "Well, why didn't you say anything before?" Or is it people going, "Oh, Harvey Weinstein, he's a good guy, he didn't really do that, it's a witch hunt." That's why I wasn't 100% sure, even now, like what it's actually trying to say. So, that's just me, though. But with that said, thanks for watching, take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.